All right, everyone, welcome back into another props video. Going to be breaking down the top prop bets for the MLB today. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so I am doing this video a little bit earlier on in the day because we are getting some early games for the MLB and we are getting some good spots there for some of those games. So let's start off with kind of the easy spot, I would say here, and it's going to be with LA. So this is a 9-run game or almost 10-run game total here. Now LA is going to be not the favorites. Okay, they're 1.5 run dogs or so, but we're getting 3 really good prop bets in the sense that first and foremost, obviously, as always, guys, if we look at the underdog line, we are already clearly getting a pretty good edge there with this PrizePicks line here for Mike Trout. But then when we compare it against the projection data, the average sportsbook line, we are also clearly gaining an edge there as well. Now we got Zach here as well, basically the exact same thing for him there as well. And then Taylor Ward as well. We don't get an underdog line for that one just yet. But again, that one is seemingly a pretty good spot for us there as well. And now just real quickly looking at some of the game logs for them using PrizePicks, we aren't going to see anything like too crazy from Mike Trout. Ward, we would obviously want to do a little bit better, but nothing too crazy as well. You know, we had 5 2 games ago, just need that extra one. And given the fact that the game total is still 10 runs, that kind of points to him probably having a good game. And I do think it's worth calling out with like someone like Zach here as well. We are going to need to get probably 4 at-bats for him. He is typically, I think he's projected to be the leadoff hitter. And so obviously that bode well there for him as well. Let's go ahead now and move on into some other game props that we are getting here for the MLB as well. So we get William Contreras and Jackson Chourio as well. So we have a little bit of some double stacks. So if we want to run out Mike Trout and Nito for over their fantasy score, and then we can go Contreras and Chourio for over their fantasy scores, we can do that as well. These two are seemingly going to be good spots as well. Decently high scoring game as well, looking at around 9 runs total. Does seem to be a little bit of a toss up in terms of who's going to win. The Brewers are almost 1 run dogs, but you know, it's about 0.8 on average. So not terrible there as well. So we got, a couple of game stacking opportunities here, which is something I always want to be targeting if possible. And actually, guys, I just saw that Contreras is not in today's lineup, so a little bit unfortunate there. But we still have Jackson Chourio to get over 6.5 for his hitting fantasy score, so maybe not as much of a stack. A little bit unfortunate. Luckily for me, guys, PrizePicks updated their 3 slip bet payouts to 6x instead of 5x, which is good because I already ran out a decent amount of 4 slip bets for that stack that I just mentioned. So a little bit annoying, but oh well. Honestly, very glad that PrizePicks made that payout change. If you guys haven't caught that, they did change the flex payout for 3 slip flex, the standard payout for 3 slip bets, and then I think the 4 slip flex bet as well. So never a bad thing to begin more money for some of the bets that we can run out. But let's go ahead and jump back into it. We got Isaac to get over his hitting fantasy score as well. So maybe a little bit of a way to run it back there, guys, with that LA game. Okay, I really don't mind that route to go. And again, because they are doing the 6x payout, I think we're fine getting to 3 slip bets now. I don't want to say we want to go out of our way to actively target that, but also not a terrible route to go. So that's another one that I think I'd be fine with. If we are attacking that game, that is something that I can get on board with. Now, from there, we are getting some okay prop bets, but really nothing too much. We're still getting some decent prop line differences and whatnot, but I really wish we were getting some better pitching fantasy score prop bets, which we just are not getting here, guys. Maybe these two here, maybe, I mean, like these are all 52% likelihood to hit for these pitching fantasy score prop bets, but nothing that's like a 54% likelihood or better to hit. And for what it's worth, the reason I called that out is because like these 2 pitching fantasy score prop bets from a slip that I ran out yesterday and got a decent amount of action on them. These were 2 bets that had like a 54% likelihood or better to hit yesterday. And obviously we want to be chasing those if possible. And we're just not getting that. Now I say that because typically speaking, I think that the pitching fantasy score prop bets or really any pitching prop bets are the most projectable for, Vegas. And so with that, when we have a good pitching fantasy score prop bet popping up, I want to be targeting those if possible. So with that, let's just take a quick peek, see if we're getting any good demon prop bets, any prop bets for the demons that are over 50% likely to hit. We are not, so not targeting those, obviously. And then goblin prop bets. I mean, if you guys want to, Mackenzie Gore is decent. I obviously don't use goblin prop bets. I know people do though, so I want you guys to put your best foot forward if possible. That's the tough part about giving fantasy sports content, as I have learned, is that even though you can give people the successful route, people don't always want to take that. They would rather lose money their way by betting on goblin demons. So if I can help you guys there with that, I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll jump on into some underdog prop bets real quick, and then I'm going to give you guys the bet of the day here today. Now, guys, real quickly going ahead and get into some underdog prop bets. if you wanted to, we are getting some okay spots like win to get over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. If that one's still there, by all means, you can attack that. Nolan Arenado to get under his hitting fantasy score. That's a decent one. We are getting plenty of decent prop bets. My issue here is that a lot of these are probably going to be updated by the time you guys get here and watch these videos. So like, if these prop bets that I'm going to highlight here are still there, by all means, you should be attacking those. As you guys know, I typically don't like to put those into the bet of the day simply because a lot of the times they have already been pulled from the board because they are clear edges for us. But these other hitting fantasy score prop bets that we were being told to bet the unders, I'm kind of okay with. Arenado, I know Manny Machado's been hot, but that's a decent under bet. Mike Trout, this is how big of a middle it is, right? For him, like that prop line difference should just not be happening. So you could end up trying to middle, and I don't hate that idea, but also not something we need to go crazy with. But that does really call out the big prop line difference that we were getting there. And it really calls out how Underdog has really just been higher with all their fantasy score lines, and PrizePicks has been lower. So just like by default, you guys should be betting more over bets on PrizePicks, more under bets on Underdog when it comes to those good prop bets, those fantasy score prop bets. All right, guys, so getting into the bet of the day here, concentrating on PrizePicks. Got a 6-slip bet here for you. Now, this isn't going to be a full 6-slip payout. You guys would have to adjust it. But I do want to call it, like, Ward has been someone that has done well in this matchup. So I do like kind of targeting that one there as well, just specifically because of that matchup. Although I would say, like, between the other two prop bets that we're getting there, I think it's probably the least likely to hit, although I don't mind it. Like, I think we'd still be fine getting there. And then, sorry, I know I said earlier that we had a game stacking opportunity. I misspoke there. Still a high total game, but they are playing two different people or two different teams there with Isaac here. But I'm still fine getting to that one. Like, it's still a good prop bet there. I would like it better if it was that game stack that I mentioned, but we're not getting that. And we are still getting to Jackson Chiro for over his hitting fantasy score, and then we got Garcia for under his hitting fantasy score. That's really just the next best prop bet that we have. Now, I do want to call it. We are getting some discounts on pick 6. I've dropped some bet slips that you guys can use in the 9 to 5 Discord there, so check that out if you guys are a 9 to 5 member. If not, just know that we do have some pick 6 discounts. There's a free square for Halliburton, and then 2 discounts for, I think, NHL and MLB. And then I do want to call out, guys, on betr as well. We are getting 3 discounts today, which obviously we want to be taking advantage of those. If you guys have not signed up for betr before, make sure to use the promo code that's linked in the description below. It's just a simple and easy way to help out the channel. They do kick back my money my way when you guys do sign up for that. So again, just a simple and easy way to help out the channel. And so a potential bet that you guys could run out there is actually doing some stacking opportunities for PGA. So the nice thing about betr is that they are not discounting heavily for bets that correlate. This is a 5-slip bet that you can run out that if it only gets 4 out of 5, you're going to still get 2.5x back, which is a little bit better than PrizePicks. So I don't mind that. Did want to call that. We are getting some decent stacking opportunities there. We are betting on how the course is going to play. And for what it's worth, they are playing on a new course. So we don't know exactly how the course is going to play. It could end up playing much easier than expected, and these all miss. But I do think that the course is going to play difficult. I do. And so I think I would want to be targeting under birdies or better. And so just for what that's worth, but I did want to call it. We are getting, some decent discounts there today for betr as well. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you for being here. Good luck with all the bets that you place today. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not done so before. If you guys want access to any of the tools that you saw in this video, make sure to head on over to 9to5sports.com, get access to all the tools available on the website for a low monthly cost of $10 a month. Thank you for watching. Good luck. And as always, let's keep cashing.